Welcome back to Sports Extra with me, Ahmad Nawaz. Once again, we've got some great news for Pakistan and all you football crazy people out there as well. I think this is going to be something very big, not just for football in Pakistan, but I think for the region itself as well, where there's so much negativity prevailing regarding football in Pakistan. I think this is the real positive that we need to highlight. Before I introduce the gentleman I've got with me in studios, let's just go watch this report so you can get a better idea of what I'm talking about, and then we'll come back.
The head futsal coach and manager of Team 18, Faizan has been selected for the UEFA certificate in football management, along with 34 other participants from around the world. He is the first Pakistani ever to get selected for the program. The UEFA certificate in football management is the foundation program for people in football organizations who want to gain a comprehensive understanding of how the game is managed. According to Faizan, he has been playing football since his childhood, and his dream is to become a professional footballer. Once he got the chance to work in Team 18, he saw his dream come true. Team 18 is basically the futsal team that was created by Tariq Hamdi. The overall purpose of the program is to provide a platform to players who can flourish in all aspects of life. The same squad won the National Futsal Championship 2021 as well. Faizan aims to bring the practices of European football to Pakistan once he receives the certification.
There you have it, the man himself, an actor by profession, but more to him than you know when it comes to football. Then he truly is one of the legends in Pakistan right now, because the way he's excelling, we certainly expect some great things for football in Pakistan. I've been joined by none other than Faizan Sameer. Assalamu alaikum, Faizan, how are you?
Walaikum assalam, sir. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Great to have you. We're really honored. And first of all, congratulations to you, Team 18, and I think the entire country on this historic feat. First of all, do tell us about this certification.
Well, the certificate is being offered by UEFA, and as you know, the UEFA is the European body for the football governance. It's basically offered to the people who are actually working in the national associations and federations of their respective countries, to basically the director level of the people, the personnel who are working with their federations. The idea of the course is to basically give a comprehensive knowledge on how to actually manage the whole football matters of the country and the federation itself. My purpose of doing that course or applying for that course was actually to learn how we can how we can actually make a difference and bring that knowledge and those practices to Pakistan and help the footballers and the game in our country.
It's very important that you talk about this, because we've got a very unfortunate scenario in Pakistan. I think we won't discuss that more, because so far it's completely nothing right now what we have. So at a time like this, which is troubled times for Pakistan football, where young players have completely lost the will to play, this certification, what does it mean for the country? Do you see this going a long way, where maybe you can encourage more people to come into this, and you yourself can use that experience of UEFA and try to establish a proper structure of football in Pakistan?
Well, it can go the both ways, and my personal agenda for doing this was to actually bring the whole practice to Pakistan. And in fact, people over here can also go for the course, but unfortunately there's a selection process which is a very hectic and very lengthy process. My idea of doing that course or applying for that course was to basically, the will is still there, the players still want to play the game, but the actual problem lies not within the players or the structure, but the people who are actually managing the whole thing.
The top-notch.
The top-notch people. So they need to basically learn, or at least have that kind of knowledge that can basically then go and disperse into the activity that we are already doing right now. We are having the activity, we are having the leagues under whatever the turmoil, but we are having the activities. But to give them a good platform and to make things better for them, we need to get some kind of knowledge from UEFA or FIFA or any other body. Why not just UEFA? I mean, some kind of knowledge that we can actually bring to Pakistan, because the talent is there, the pool is there. I see players playing for football 3 times a day and playing with all their passion and their love. So we need to give them a platform or a direction that this is the way to go about it, and we can definitely see them go to the places that we have never been to.
It's very important to discuss this, that in Pakistan, instead of just relying on government entities, it's very important to consider corporate communities or corporate world. Corporate responsibility is something that we've seen growing in Pakistan. big corporate giants now realize that they need to invest in infrastructure development of sports. You're part of one such corporate entity that has established not just football but many other sports right now. So as far as Team 18 is concerned regarding football, do tell us about that as well.
Well, I feel very lucky to be a part of Team 18 because they proved themselves to be a trendsetter and basically are the pioneer of when it comes to the corporate sector, right? All over the world, we see these kind of examples where the corporate culture actually goes in liaison with the government sector to basically bring up the game. 18 is basically the CSR initiative that was taken by Sir Tariq Hamdi and Team 18 was something that proved to be that had never been done before in the country. I mean, getting paid for playing football under the banner of a corporate team of a corporate company was something that was never done in Pakistan before. And the players are not even just given the salaries. There are a whole lot of other perks that they are being given. I mean, every single player has a clause in their contract that if they score 50% or more in their respective degrees, school or colleges, they would get the academic scholarship by the company. We have 50% of the players that are being actually sponsored by the company so that they could go and get graduated from their respective schools. And that doesn't end here. When they graduate from the school or their universities, the company offered them internships that leads to job. So this whole CSR initiative is basically engaging the youth and basically encourage them to not only develop the football skill but the interpersonal skill, the other skill that would actually help them to go on and they could just use them in their daily lives or the real world, the corporate world or whatever they want to do. They want to follow their passion, they already have a platform, they want to go somewhere else, they have the training, they have the knowledge that they've got in the course of their time with Team 18. So hats off to, I mean, Sir Tariq and 18, we have seen multiple teams now in the course of 2.5 or 3 years that are actually taking the same CSR initiative, and I feel proud to be a part of that initiative because now we see all these teams and that is just too good to see.
Well, final question, what should be the next step right now in Pakistan football? Because we know that we're a cricket dominating society, but it's very fortunate to see that a younger generation is in huge numbers that enjoys football. I mean, me myself, I'm a Premier League fan, so I know how much football is loved in Pakistan. But we see so much of media hype towards cricket that whether there is small scale tournaments or large tournaments, they don't get that crazy of a hype in Pakistan. What needs to be done more?
I think when I say we, I mean the community and you guys, the media personnel or the media fraternity, we need to come on board in terms of promoting the football itself. We see, as you just mentioned, the younger lot, now they're not going towards the cricket. When they're actually aging, they go towards the football. There are academies that are filled with younger lots under 16 to under 18, under 19. All these guys are going for football. What we need to do is, first of all, we need to sort out the ongoing problem with the federation so that we could actually put in a system or put in a system which is actually recognized by the governing bodies. Once we do that, we need to bring the whole activity on our television screens. When we see them play, we see them play all day, but the general audience, the other people who actually go for the cricket, actually go for other sports, I mean, we watch Premier League, right?
Absolutely.
If we see our local stars on TV, wouldn't we watch them?
Absolutely.
We would watch them. Yeah. Their family would watch them, their friend would watch them, their competition would watch them, and the whole country would watch them. So we need to basically bring a change in terms of how we cover the sports in Pakistan. We've been doing that for a very long time, but we need to actually bring the expertise in that. And to bring the expertise in that, we also have to put a system in place that actually deserves to be covered. Not just any other match covering through a phone or anything else. We need to cover them in terms of the news or other, just like there was a time when a league was, I wouldn't take the name of the brand that actually sponsored it, but there was a time when we had a league and it was being covered on TV. What we need to do right now, we need to cover the small projects as well, the small tournaments as well, like the one that we won in Lahore, like the one that we won in Karachi, or the other one that we didn't go to play, Karachi, Lahore. All of these places are organizing small or short tournaments or leagues. I think we need to bring it on TV so at least we could get the awareness that we are finally getting now after so many years from the general population.
Definitely. Faizan, thank you so much for joining us on Sports Extra. Once again, Congratulations to you on behalf of the entire Pakistani community, and we truly wish you best of luck for the future.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
So
That was Faizan, who has not just made history, but I think he set the trend right now for a great future of football in Pakistan. Whether it's in a playing position or in a position of the top-notch management, I think we've got some great times ahead of us regarding football. That will be it from me and the entire team of Sports Extra. Until next time, it's goodbye for now.